I used to visit with Andrew, for example, Yasser Arafat, and every time I used to visit him, he always would get me to preach him a sermon. And so all these people are kind of receptive and open. And I remember I gave Mr. Arafat a copy of my book about Jesus, and I said, Mr. Arafat, I'd like to give you this book about the greatest leader and reconciler to be born in Palestine. He really liked that. He thought that was really clever.
And do you think he read it?
Well, I hope he dipped into it. Well, at least I sowed seed. I try and sow seed in the lives of these people. Well, irrespective of whether it's the shoeshine man or whether it's someone like Yasser Arafat, if I get the opportunity to meet them, I do my best to sow some seed of Jesus.
So do you feel that your time in the Middle East was valuable in terms of preaching the gospel?
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's always very difficult, Gary, to quantify what we all do. And I think sometimes you've got to trust that what you do will eventually bear fruit. Because you don't always see it, do you? But I think it's important to be consistent with the message and constant.
You've used the word influencer a couple of times. Is that how you see yourself, an influencer?
Well, I suppose I see myself as a sower, and I see myself as an influencer. I'm trying to influence people to think differently. And what's interesting with the principles of the Ten Commandments, you can talk to Jewish people about the Ten Commandments. I mean, I sat with the chief rabbi of Israel, talking with him like this about the Ten Commandments. Now, even though my interpretation might be slightly different in terms of needing the grace of Jesus and the Spirit, Holy Spirit to help us keep them, we had something in common that we could dialogue on. I've spoken to lots of Islamic leaders about the Ten Commandments. In fact, at one of my Just Tens, Archbishop Johnson Talmu used to bring all the Islamic leaders of Birmingham, and they all sat on the front row listening to me teach the Ten Commandments.